Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So with the previous video we had run into some issues. Number one was the smoke coming from the oil catch can, and then number two as well, as it seems like the head is not getting any oil. So today we're going to see, today and tomorrow, I've got 2 days. You're going to watch this video probably on Monday, and then the Tuesday is supposed to be dyno day. So I want to see if we can get everything sorted before we actually go for dyno day, so that we will not run into any issues. And the big issue that we have now is our oil problem that we see. This doesn't seem like it's going to there, so we need to get that resolved first thing that we do. So let's get to it. Let's go and have some fun. The first thing that I want to get started with is actually the oil catch can. I have seen that a lot of people said that they believe this inlets of the oil catch can is too small, so need to get that bigger, or the oil catch can is not correct, as I need a bigger oil catch can. There's a lot of people that gave me tips on the oil catch can, and I really do appreciate each and every comment. And I have to say that I actually read each and every comment where a lot of people said it's the piston rings, a lot of people said the engine is on its way out, a lot of people mentioned the sizes of the ports of the oil catch can. So yeah, I read each and every comment, and I want to thank each and every one of you. One of the comments that really stood out for me is that they've mentioned that I can also just remove my pipes and then just let it vent to the atmosphere, and I must also be very careful due to it can give us problems with our oil intake for the engine itself. So that is something that I would like to try. The reason for that is why I'm just gonna remove it and then just let it vent to the atmosphere, let it face downwards, because basically to leave it to run downwards, and if you put it this way, is basically the same thing, because both of them is supposed to vent to the atmosphere. So that's what I want to try. So I want to see if I'm just going to remove this clamps as well this whole setup right here, get that removed, and then I want to start the car and actually just monitor what happens with the smoke. Well, I don't believe the engine is going to get hot, but I want to monitor what happens with the oil, if that could actually be the cause, as it seems like we are not getting any oil to the head. So let's get that done to see if there's any difference that it makes once we remove those things, to see if we're going to actually remove our oil catch can or not. So let's get that quickly removed. So that still didn't fix our problem, our issue at all. So before I continue to the next thing, I would just like to do a compression test, as I'm sure a lot of you would like to see that as well. And also something to note, just to give you guys indication, and it looks like our water and oil are mixing. So we have a bigger problem. So I don't think we're gonna do dyno day at all, because that is not supposed to happen at all. So I believe we blew head gasket, seemingly that is happening. That's not supposed to happen at all, not at all, but it's fine. Let's quickly do a compression test, remove all the coils so that there's no spark, and then we'll do one cylinder at a time to check the compression of each and every one of them. I'll write it down so that we can have a look at it, and then just monitor that as well. So let's get to that. Okay, so we've done a compression test on all of them. I removed the radium plugs and just installed the old plugs. As the head gasket is blown, we're going to drain the oil now just to confirm it. And then here is the cylinder pressures, cylinder 1, 2, 3 and 4, 8.1, 8.6, 8.1, 8.6, approximately there, but all looks the same. So it doesn't seem like we really have any issues with the pistons, so I'm happy with that. But unfortunately, yeah, the head gasket, we have to remove the head, change the head gasket, you know, the whole complete setup. So yeah, unfortunately it is what it is. I have to admit that I don't feel too bad about this engine. The reason for that is that we actually bought the car stock standard with this engine, and I see the clocks also shows 300,000 kilometers, so I don't know if it's the exact engine or if they have rebuilt it previously, but yeah, let's just say it is still the original engine. I mean, it's just due to happen. So the main reason I'm not concerned about it is that we do have another 1.8 20V engine that's there by Vicy. It's just that for now, I'm not going to continue with our engine at all. Just the big reason for that is that we're almost going to move, and I can't see why I must start with the engine, because there's other things I also want to do. Meaning that once I start with the engine, I want to change the wiring. I'm going to change to a different management as well. So all of this wiring that's in here, I will be removing them. And then as well as the plumbing is going to change, everything in the engine bay is going to change, and I don't want to do it here. I want to do it in a nice enclosed environment. So yeah, I'm not really too concerned about that. Like I mentioned, I'm not going to focus too much on building anything further on the engine, as it's not going to help us, seemingly that we are going to remove everything in the future soon again. So yeah, let's go further on with everything. The oil catch can, we'll sort that out once we are going to redo the engine. There's not really much to talk about, and this is going to be a super short video, but at least now we know what is going on. The previous video I actually checked the oil and there was nothing wrong with it, and now that I checked it I saw that it mixed with water. So yeah, unfortunately it is what it is. So I removed the radium plugs, I removed my R8 coils, I put that away because I don't want them here now that it's seemingly not working, and it's also going to force me not to try and start the car and just cause further issues and problems. So yeah, let's drain the oil. Let's just have a look at what the oil actually looks like. With the oil drained, now you can properly see what the oil looks like, and we all know oil is really not supposed to look like that. So unfortunately for now this is it. We won't be working on the engine bay any further until we have moved into the new house that I've purchased. So yeah, I'm still gonna make content. We still have the my bakkie. We still have to do a lot of things on that as well. We also have Fifi's Golf that we still need to do, and then as well as his Datsun that we also still need to do. But for now, with the Audi, what this got to do with the engine, we're not going to do anything. There is still a few other things that I wanted to do. I'll do some of those things here, but there, but maybe show you how-to videos just for now until we move, so that I can start with the engine. I believe some how-to videos would be good for the channel as well as for you guys, so that you can also see and learn how to do some few things. And then yeah, unfortunately this is it for the engine bay for now. I'll probably post a video when we start moving. Then we know that we will be continuing with our Audi A4 1.8 20 valve turbo engine. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. You must have a lovely day further. Be safe and God bless. Ciao.